Hi there. I am Dr. Silky Baga, and I am a obesity doctor and a life and weight coach. I come live on Facebook every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern to discuss a topic on weight loss with you and take any questions you may have. So welcome to another session of Office Hours with Dr. Silky. And today we are talking about spiritual hunger. The last few weeks, we've covered hunger in general and talked about physical hunger, mental hunger, emotional hunger. And today we finish our talk on hunger with spiritual hunger. If you happen to miss any of these talks and want to watch the replay, go to my Facebook page and all the videos are hosted and you can watch them there. And while you're there, please like and follow my page. Thank you. So let's get started on spiritual hunger. So let me just share my screen with you. All right. So spiritual hunger, that's the focus of our talk today. And I just want to let you know that I am a medical doctor, but I am not your doctor, and I'm not providing any sort of medical advice on this live. And I am required to say that legally, so there you have it. Okay. So spiritual hunger, what do I mean by spiritual hunger? Spiritual hunger is basically a type of overeating where you are using food to fill the void in your life, okay? The root cause of this type of overeating lies in our relationship to ourselves. So the questions you want to ask to figure out whether or not you're just happen to be eating for no good reason at all is, are you connected to who you really are? Are you living the life that you dreamt you wanted to? Do you know what your inner wants and desires are? Are you living your life with purpose? Are you experiencing joy in your life? Do you have a spring in your step? If you were to be stuck on an island for the rest of your life, do you have what it sustains you to be able to live that life? So really, the bottom line is, are you connected or disconnected with who you are? And if you are disconnected, meaning you don't know what you truly want, or that you know what you want, and somehow along the way, life came in the way, and you forgot your way. You are not living the life that you want. You are unhappy. There is a void in your life. There is an emptiness. And you're basically using food to hide. You don't want to face your inner truths, or they're so buried with so much hiding and layering that we have done with food and social media and material things that we don't really know who we are and what we want from life. And so you're using food as a way to neglect yourself. You're using food as a form of self-sabotage. It's almost as if you have good intentions, you start a good plan that you want to lose weight, but then you realize how truly empty your life is, and you just don't have that oomph to keep going, and then you self-sabotage. And sometimes it's a conscious self-sabotage. You know you're doing it because you are punishing yourself. And sometimes it's an insidious self-sabotage where you have no clue, but you keep doing it to yourself over and over again. You're basically using food as a way to punish yourself. And the reason is because you are not listening to the inner you. You are not connected to the heart, the spirit, the soul of you. And so you just use food to just create more layers and more of a buffer between who you are and the life that you are living on the outside. So I want to tell you my story. Okay. My story was basically this, that I was overeating because I was just, the reason was because of spiritual hunger. My life looked really good on paper. I was doing great. Everything looked good, but yet there was this emptiness inside of me. I was just completely disconnected. I knew what I wanted to do, but I wasn't living the life that I wanted to, and I wasn't living it purposefully. So once I sorted all that out, I stopped punishing myself. I stopped self-sabotaging every time I started a plan and started to lose weight. I started listening to myself, to what I really, really wanted to do in life, and see if I could go after it. So this is one of the reasons I'm here today. I am a doctor, and modern medicine, of course, it helps. It has been helping us in so many ways, but I truly believe that the way to heal ourselves and the way to use food as actual medicine is to be in tune with ourself, with our mind, with our body, with our spirit, with our heart, with our soul. And modern medicine wasn't doing it for me. So I'm in this career that provides a lot of satisfaction, but I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't truly connected to what I wanted to do and listening to what it means to truly live my life to the fullest. And once I was able to figure all that out is when I started to like myself, to not punish myself, to stop sabotaging myself, and be okay with spending time with myself. So the solution is figuring out who you are, learning how to spend time with yourself, to be able to enjoy the stillness and silence within instead of filling that void and emptiness with food. And initially you think it's an emptiness and a void, but there is something that's there in that stillness. And being able to listen to that and be aware of that stillness is where you're going to learn who you are, what you want, what your heart says, what your desires are. So pay attention to what lies within you is where you want to start with this journey. The other thing you want to do is journal. By journaling, by writing down everything that's going on in our mind, you get to figure out, what's bothering you, what's not bothering you, what do you really want to do in life? What does your heart say? What does your body say? So just really writing everything down and paying attention to what it is that you're writing to, and starting there. Where can I make changes? How can I be happy? How can I be more fulfilled? How can I find joy in the life that I'm currently living? And one of the ways to do that is to find the calm and the joy in your life is to meditate. In fact, it's one of the best ways to do that aside from coaching. Learning how to meditate is such a powerful skill, and doing it even just for a couple minutes a day, you get to know who you really are, to subside that self-talk that's mostly negative chatter or what am I going to do next? What do I need to do next? It's just busyness, and to kind of step away from that busyness and getting to know the inner you. And lastly, if you've tried all the above, or if you have a hard time with the stillness and the journaling, I invite you to get coached. This is where you can show somebody your mind, your body, your heart, and your spirit, and truly figure out what it is that you want out of life, and then see if this is the reason you are not losing weight, because you keep hiding and you keep sabotaging and you keep punishing yourself because you are not where you want to be in life. So I invite you to get a coach. Really, it is one of the best things I've ever done in my life. It is the reason why I'm here in front of you, because it gave me the courage and the fortitude to go after what I wanted. So get a coach. So I already talked about my story. Okay, so you can see over the last few weeks, we've been talking about different types of hunger. There's physical hunger, where you are just not aware of physiological hunger. We are so out of tune and out of whack with our body hormones that we just don't know that we are overeating. So that's a main type of overeating. Another type is emotional hunger, where we are overeating as a way to cope with emotions. And once we learn how to truly feel our feelings instead of overeating them, is how we're going to be able to master emotional hunger. And then the third type of overeating is mental hunger, where you are just doing it out of habit, whether it's conscious or unconscious. You have a thought, you don't even realize you have a thought sometimes. And sometimes you do know what that thought is, and you just decide to indulge in that thought without even paying attention to whether or not you're hungry, without even asking yourself, am I truly hungry? You just sort of eat. So that's mental hunger. And then lastly, there's spiritual hunger, which I think is very problematic and not discussed enough, and not addressed enough. Overeating because you are so disconnected with who you are, who you want to be, and you are so unfulfilled and unhappy with yourself that you just want to hide from all that discomfort, not face yourself, not be able to look at yourself in the mirror and smile and like you just the way you are. And that's spiritual hunger, just covering all who you are with food, filling your life, the void, the emptiness in your life with food. And the result of all this overeating is, of course, you're going to be overweight and you're going to be miserable, because we just keep overeating without addressing the root cause of these problems. So you can clearly see there are so many types of overeating, and yet we just want to count calories, or we want to count points, or we want to spend so much time in the gym. If I could only be more consistent with going to the gym, if I could just be more on plan and stay consistent, then I'd lose weight. Of course, you're going to lose weight if you're consistent, but you also have to address what else is going on. What is causing the overeating? Is it physical? Is it mental? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? Is it all of the above? And until we don't solve these problems internally, go inside of ourselves, figure out what's going on with ourselves, with our mind, with our body, with our spirit, our heart, our soul, we're just going to keep putting on the weight again and again. We're going to lose some and we're going to put it back on. So we really have to address all types of overeating in order to lose weight. Honestly, it is not about counting calories or doing so much exercise. There is so much more to losing weight, and you just need to understand all those types of overeating and be able to address them. So this is my jam. This is what I do. This is my superpower, to figure out why it is that you are overeating and then help you lose weight. And I do this by teaching you the science of the body, showing you how your mind truly works and how it pulls you back, and what you need to do to overcome that primal mind. And then I help you to listen to your heart and your spirit, to truly understand what it is that you want to do, instead of just living life day after day and just coasting along with no purpose. And then I help you apply all this knowledge so that you can lose weight permanently and effectively. And one of the best ways to get to know your body and understand your body and to understand what lies within is to be able to learn how to fast and meditate. So I help you, I guide you to fast and meditate. And that is where you're going to see the biggest bang for your buck as far as weight loss is concerned. So I invite you to invite me on your journey to weight loss. I can help you. You can start by going and watching the replays of my Facebook Lives. You can DM me if you have any private questions that you want to ask. There are lots of ways that I can help you. And in fact, I will take any questions that you may have right now. So if anybody has any questions on what we talked about today or the last couple of weeks, I'll take those now. And if you want to just talk to me in private, just DM me. And one thing I do want to tell you is that fasting and meditation together is a radical approach to losing weight. It's not been done before in conjunction like this, and it's got a lot of spirit. It will truly help you lose weight. So I want you to learn how to fast and learn how to meditate. And of course, I can help you with that. I also have a free ebook that's coming out next week on how to fast and meditate to lose weight. If you'd like a copy of that ebook, just DM me and I will send it to you as soon as I have put the finishing touches on it, which is any day now. So I want to thank you for joining me, and come join me again next Tuesday for another session on Office Hours with Dr. Silky, where we talk about everything and anything to do with weight loss. Thank you.